monitoring power generation and its health of the machine and in everything. But we are able to only take out, as far as power industry is concerned, we are able to only take out few tags out of the 6,000 tags available. We are able to use only 400 tags. Since it is IT/OT convergence, we don't want that it is to be, our power systems should not be facing internet. That is one challenge. Second thing is that our legacy systems are in place of different flavor. They need to be integrated. And I have at various forums, I have already said that only AI can integrate and amalgamate them. No other technology can do this. Why AI can do it? Because it is an open platform. It can integrate many data sets. It works on large, yeah, large data sets and LLM. LLM and SLM is basically the technology which is being used in AI. And LLM, big example of a LLM has been, being quoted since morning. That is ChatGPT.
Slides are not moving, Puri sir. Slides are not moving.
No, I'm not moving it right now.
Okay, that's great, sir. Great, sir.
Yeah. So in this ChatGPT, as I said, I will share one experience of mine a few months back that I tried to, make some presentation on ChatGPT. I, throw a topic and I got the result. Then I have gone to the, AI platform, AI applications, those who are available and providing, to make a presentation out of the text. Later, everything was done very beautifully and presentation was made in a significant manner. And I would say that the presentation was of very high quality and the content was also very, very good. But only thing is, when I tried to download it, it is started asking me that a huge amount that is payable when it will be allowed to do this. Not only the constructive part of AI is being in use, but destructive part of AI also is being used, like deepfake through machine learning, AI, ML, and ransomware is also a service on. I don't know whether it is you are or you don't know that uh, ransomware also a service is available on the AI platforms. So since I'm from the power industry, we would like to integrate with our all devices with all systems with the AI enabled. But only my fear goes to that they are also approachable and hackable. AI also tells us when we use for the cyber security. Till now, we have been using traditional security approaches that are not enough. Most of them are redundant. We need proactive defense. Proactive defense can only be possible because of AI only. And this presentation will explore AI as a cyber defense and safeguard to various organizations. As we have seen that traditional security relies heavily on rule-based systems and signatures. This approach is reactive, often detecting threats only after intruders have infiltrated. We come to know when damage has already been done. There are most of us in the industry, we know that once the cyber security attack happens, it is very, very difficult to mitigate it and put your systems back in place. Think of power. It has been identified as critical infrastructure. Critical infrastructure in that sense that anything we do, we need power. So in case of a cyber attack, like it had, you have seen in case of Iran, Stuxnet has taken place, and the power has gone and in the city. So that created a havoc. Similar kind of thing can also happen anywhere when your cyber attacks are taking place. And if you do not proactively detect the threats, you can be infiltrated, and then a cyber attack can do any kind of damage. Like I've said, traditional security is like a firefighter. It reacts to the alarm after the fire has started. Then when fire has started, see, you can't do much when it has started. Only you can protect, by segregating or putting the things in remote. These are the developments of AI in last decade. And as you can see, the this is a global statistics, and in last 10 years, this is available till 2022, 2022. You can see where India is. So it has evolved since then. I won't say that we are lagging behind and we are, not working on cybersecurity. And in fact, even terrorism, like take a case in terrorism. I was seeing an application which, through using X-ray machine, it scans the whole truck on the border. So in case any truck is carrying weapons or something like that, so they are traceable. So they don't have to unload the whole truck and reload it after scanning it. They can do it otherwise also. Like, because it has AI brings several critical advantages to the cyber defense. This is one of example I have already given. Then proactive threat detection. I can analyze, the data sets, large data sets, because it works on large data sets. So large data sets can only be analyzed in a way through using AI only. It is not possible through using the human interception. Obviously, human interception is also as good as AI, because ultimately you have to take decision making only, and that is the humans which have to give decisions in case of a difficult situation. I have already in olden days we used to say this: if computer had brains, they would have been walking on the road. And see, today is a reality, and we can see that robots are walking on the roads. And you must have seen many clippings with related to those. Then faster incident response. See, when you know that some threat is coming, because you will bail me out in uh, me telling that it intruder takes a lot of time, lot of study before they attack. So AI is able to, AI is a tool which is able to detect and analysis and response process, minimizing the dwell time of the attacks. They is possible through AI only. AI continuously learns and adapts to new threats, improving its accuracy over time. AI ML is there for that thing. AI algorithm can shift through massive data sets, spotting patterns invisible to humans, like a tiny change traffic. Somebody has intruded from some country. You will come to know that this is not a local IP, which is the entry has taken place. Although geofencing, it is said that geofencing is to be done, but even intruders can use some IP, some local IP to intrude from the abroad. So these kind of teeny change in the network traffic that hints as said the breach, it also distractedly speed up the response to incident containing threats far quicker, and it constantly learning, becoming more effective over time. And essential edge is an ever evolving that threat landscape. If this thing now if we talk about the industry, Meta has launched the augmented reality and virtual reality devices. Similarly, Microsoft has launched OpenAI. Sam Altman has already if you have gone through the news in the past, the Sam Altman was, he was released from Microsoft, and uh, for the a paper which was on AI, which was leaked in the public, and it says his paper has really given a caution to the humankind that AI can also be harmful for the human beings in the when it is in the fully developed form. Now, AI is also, requires large LLM and SLM data sets, which requires a lot of computing power. There are three types of AI, which one type is narrow AI, second type is general AI, and super intelligent AI. There are three AIs broadly classified in the arena, but only we are at what stage? We are at narrow AI stage. We have got a long way to go, long way to travel to the super intelligent AI. This is when we are unable to see the threats. We are not able to see the threats which are coming in AI. It is IT, OT. I always say that IT, OT convergence, the more and human being added to it will have more complexity. See, tomorrow what will happen if some chip is implanted in the human body, and today we say systems are hacked, but tomorrow human beings may be hacked. You never know. Using AI, you will be forced to do certain things which you don't want to do. Like I have already said in the beginning, that ransomware, as a tool, a service, AI service is available on the net. So we are providing guns. Only those people are free to use, and sane people will go for the good use of AI. But there are both kind of people exist in the world. So this is a worry from my this saying that AI can be you is a bless if it is being used as a tool, good tool. But if it is done by the bad man, then it is again a very problematic. You never know what will happen in that case. Now, a case study I have displayed here. An AI system detects anomalies, user login from the unusual location. They can do it. It analyzes the login behavior, cross-referencing it with the unknown threat pattern. The system automatically isolates the user account and flags it for review. This is the power of AI. A potential account takeover is prevented before any significant damage can occur. No doubt that our existing cybersecurity tools are working on that principle only, but they need to be their computing power need to be AI enabled, so they are able to do it. Even ISRO has made one model where they are doing with the quantum computing. They are replicating the picture in the real time manner in an encrypted form. I think encryption is also one of the things which has to be strong, has to be strong. Now with the implementation AI 256 encryption is possible. Now this you can see on the basic uh, various platforms. Then adapting AI for your cyber defense. Assess your current cybersecurity posture. Like I've told that while designing the network architecture, cloud-based network architecture for our power stations and our data center, I have used many techniques for AI-based techniques. Like there are software available which makes you prevent, and they allow you to go for, as far as your security is concerned, they take care of that particular thing. See, as I already said that in no point of time we can uh, expose our power systems to the internet, but as well as we have to, uh, do a lot of predictions for the generation, for the data, for the water, and all these things. Here I can say that linear programming in a big way through using AI algo algo can enable it, and that is the only solution possible for increasing your production. Which machine I have to run, X amount of water, condition of the machine I know, then other things, other parameter I know. Then I I don't have to decide. The AI will it still decide which machine is to be run and for how long, for the maximizing the generation. This is the beauty of AI. Then similarly, when I say as far as security is concerned, you have to prioritize high risk area for those who are repetitive tasks should be automated. Then integrate AI solution carefully, ensuring they are complement existing tool and processes. Constantly monitor AI performance, addressing biases and ensuring that it adapts to your evolving landscape. So architecture should be like that. Your system architecture, your network architecture, your infrastructure, which are uh, critical infrastructure, which you are making it internet facing. That also is all very critical, and you have to do it. These are the 10 popular tools of AI in 2024. If you see, they are used for many these things. Yeah. Now there are 5 components of AI: learning, reasoning, problem solving, perception, and using language. That I have already discussed. The large, large LLM and SLM, large language model and small language model. Large language model, Chat GPT is the best example of large language model, which uses a lot of computational, power. But to grow in the industry, the small language model are also very important, because they may not give you the same flexibility what a large language model can give. Those who are analyzing large language model data sets, but small language model data sets also to be required for some specific purpose for development of the applications and other things. Now, as I've seen, I was listening to the previous speakers. They were the lady said that IoT forensic is no more not available, not at a very advanced stage, and that is the worry. That is the most problematic area that in many of the industries like manufacturing, healthcare, power, and other things, the IoT devices are not forensically treated, scanned, cannot be scanned. So those tools are need to be developed by using AI, and AI can give us a big help in for those forensics. So like that Data Protection Act has come into the place. So another issue, another area of concern, that how much data is given for exposure. How much data you can give, because you have to take a lot of approvals and for giving the data. So how much data is up? Like another threat of AI, what I feel is if you are using any AI tool on the cloud, your data is going on the cloud, and how they are going to how the service provider can use your data, that is very important. Like people used to for making proposals, for making technical papers, and for doing anything, the people are want to use Chat GPT for giving it a fast delivery, in terms of giving a fast delivery and unique delivery. But the disadvantage of that is that unless you read what Chat GPT has given and what relevance you have in your uh, thought process. Maybe it will not it gives give you more or less, you don't have to make any changes, and it is like that. But again, this is leading to, we application of mind, human behavior, human, proximity, and everything is not taken care. Because AI, like, I'll give you an example why we need, super intelligence AI. That on my command, my email box is to be opened, email to be drafted and sent, and intimation of that to be, sent to me. Which I do it. I open my mailbox. I, see the mails. Depending upon my requirement, I analyze them, and then only I can reply. But AI to that level, to go to that level, will take a lot of time. And again, I have already, shown my concerns about AI for the cybersecurity and for the information, threat. So this is what I have. Recently, I would like to tell you the recently WhatsApp features are also gone. AI has been introduced and WhatsApp feature have gone vulnerable, and because of I will not say, few friends of mine, their mobile got compromised because it sends you a code. As soon as you click on the code, it goes to the, your phone is compromised. So those are the things which are taking place. And technology is to be used when you understand it, perfectly. Yeah, it is very, very difficult that, AI, any tool you want to give it to anybody, and he will be able to, do justice to the use of ethic use of the tool. So there are a lot of industries, healthcare, customer services, and power generation. In fact, AI. There is a question that AI is to be used in defense, in the area of defense or not. This is also one of the things that. Because defense also, is being modernized, and they are also using AI applications. But again, most of the AI applications are required to be developed in such a way that they should be able to work in isolation and for the specific purpose only. That way, and this is, uh, I always say, for the power industry, as far as power industry is concerned, AI is very going to be a very enable tool for making it, IT OT convergence. Because still, in the present scenario, the cybersecurity is of a great concern, and most of the things are, air gap. We have been using a term called air gap, and we want to put it those things into, aside, not connected to the internet, not facing internet. Devices are in isolation, and they are doing it. But devices in the isolation cannot work for long, as we need to integrate those devices into the AI for our analysis purpose to maximize the production and reducing the downtime. This is what I have. Any questions anybody wants to ask, please, you are free to do so.
Thank you, Puri sir. Thank you so much for the insightful session, and it's a great learning for everyone. Especially you have uncovered the important topics of power sector, and since it's a critical sector, so your guidance is always required for this sector and for the development of security protocols in future also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. Uh, Now, with great pleasure, I introduce our next esteemed speaker, Mr. Aman Malhotra, Global Black Belt in Security at Microsoft. Extending a warm welcome to Mr. Aman Malhotra as he leads us through his expert session on cybersecurity.
Hello everyone. I hope everybody can hear me. Good afternoon, everyone. If everybody is joining from India, And if not, then of course, good morning or good evening. Uh, Taking a session at 10 o'clock, I know it's a tough thing. I don't want to stand in between you and lunch. So what I will do is maybe I will ensure that I'm on the point and I stay quick as well on the sessions and the points that I want to cover. And in the meantime, let me also bring up my screen. So I think it's good planning by Prashant and by everyone in the team that I'm doing a session right after Sandeep sir, because the points that he has covered and everything that he has told you about AI. So maybe it's the right time. Maybe I take the next 15-20 minutes to tell you what we are doing with AI. Like I represent Microsoft and I'm one of the global black belt for security and AI. We have generally black belts available across one black belt in a country or in region most of the time, and then they are experts for the domain. So for example, in security and AI, what we are doing, maybe I can share that with you. So I will use some points that we have covered in the last session to build up or to explain some concepts, and hopefully you can relate to it. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So of course, see this AI and all, and I think we just covered and we discussed AI, but all this buzz that you hear about AI, I'm sure that this date that I'm showing on the screen, November 30th, this is the date when everything started or everyone started talking about AI. And what special happened on this date? Of course, ChatGPT was announced and it was made public to everyone. And then we saw that people were writing poems, people were doing homework for their kids. Like Sir was telling, people were creating presentation, write mails, doing many things from ChatGPT. But one important thing is why AI or this new revolution or whatever this phenomena you can call, why it was important was the adoption rate. So of course, if you the different things that have come, and I've just listed some apps that how much time it took or how much months it took to reach 100 million users. If you don't even picture of revolutions like mobile, like internet. So those took like, I think mobile took 9-10 years or more, maybe 15 years, and internet took around 9-10 years. So for chat GPT, for 100 million user, it all took was like 2 months. And the latest data that we are getting is more than 1 billion people are now using LLM models in the last 18 months since it was announced. So that's the power of AI, and that's where everybody has started using it and they have started seeing what's happening. But, and I'm sure you all are seeing and reading about AI as well in the news. So I've just taken few screenshots, but you're reading it everywhere, right? So what I will do is maybe in the next few minutes, I will tell you how AI is being used. I will take some example of what Sir mentioned, and I will maybe in the last 10 minutes show you what we are building in Microsoft as AI. And thankfully, in the last session, Sir gave the example of Microsoft. And the idea of showcasing that will be so that you can relate to the concept of how you can use AI, right? And there was one more point that Sir mentioned was you can use AI in a constructive way, but you can use AI in a destructive way also. So that's the last point that I will cover during this session. So that's the flow or the agenda you can expect for now. So in terms of AI, of course, AI is everywhere. And as other speakers are also mentioning, we had noticing that hackers are leveraging AI. Everybody knows, and Sir mentioned, like ransomware as a service nowadays easily available. uh, AI services to hack, AI tools which hackers are leveraging to hack or attack. Phishing mails, you see the number of phishing mails going high. You see the number of automated calls you are getting. I don't know about your experience, but if I was getting 15 calls from Bajaj Finance to take a loan, now I'm getting 5 automated calls for finance, for MBA, for new project, new society coming up in Mumbai, whatnot. So AI is being leveraged here and there, but there is good side of AI as well. For example, I will not name, but one department in the defense, for example, they are also using AI and discussing how AI can be used as a real-time translation. Imagine you are listening to a phone call or to a conversation that is in Russian or that is in Chinese, and all of us might not be the expert in all given languages around the world, right? But if we have a AI technology in between, imagine some two people are talking and with a lag of 1 second, I'm able to hear the same thing in English or in Hindi, right? So that's the advantage of AI as well. But I've taken this screenshot that I'm showing on the screen. So people from cybersecurity, and if you are using and operating cybersecurity tools, or if you are buying cybersecurity tools, managing tools, so till now, everybody talks about we can do detection faster, we can do response faster, right? We can prevent you fast, we can provide you bigger coverage, we will detect faster, respond faster. With AI, we have started talking about the fourth dimension, which is we are able to predict faster as well, right? So this is a screenshot that I've taken from the MIT research paper. I've deliberately kept the link as well so that if you want to read the entire piece, but it states that like going forward or what they have been testing that AI is able to successfully predict 85% of the times the attack that is going to happen. So that's a good, I would say, a good progress in the field of security because till now, if people who are from the detection side or threat hunting or threat intel side, so we have been relying more too much on detection rules. We have been relying too much on behavior patterns, anomaly detections, and all those things. But that is as smart as how much I can define, right? If I can write a beautiful query and I can hunt and make it into a detection rule, or I can define some risky users or a watch list of entities and do all that thing, the system becomes smarter. But I also want the system to make me smarter. So that's where I think AI will be very, very helpful. And that's how it is helping as well. This is again a MIT review that I've taken, the survey they did. So I like this number a lot because at least the innovation that we are doing it, we see this number and then gets motivated. That 87% of the organization believe that AI will be the next big thing and will give you the competitive edge as well. Now, what drives AI? So we all know, right? You have been hearing, you must be hearing the interviews of Mr. Mukesh Ambani as well, who every now and then says that data is the new oil, right? So data is what drives the AI. And I will give you an example. I don't know if you recognize these two people or not. So these two people are the founders of WhatsApp. And if you see WhatsApp is a free app that we all install in our phone chat. We don't pay anything for it, but still it has become a habit and now a necessity. We use it more than the SMSs, right? So it's that important nowadays in our daily life. But when they sold WhatsApp, and that too long back, they sold it at a valuation of close to 18, 20 some dollar billion. But the main thing was, if you really think, it was a free app and they sold it at a valuation which is greater than, for example, a valuation of a Mahindra Group company. If you say Mahindra Group, it has everything, right? It creates car. You see XUV7 and the Thar running on the road. You get calls from Mahindra Holiday, and you know Mahindra Finance is there. There are tons of company Mr. Mahindra has, but still a company like WhatsApp gets more valuation than Mahindra Group. If you although WeChat is banned in India, but if you study about WeChat, their valuations are crazy. Why? It's all about data, the data they are capturing, and data is of that much importance. And same way, data drives AI. But that's where what we are trying to do is we also realize that AI is here. You cannot ignore it. Okay, so what we are doing, at least in Microsoft, is we are trying to fight AI with AI, and we are building a lot of applications with AI so that it can be integrated within all the tools and you can use AI to your advantage. So what we are doing, maybe I will talk about that in the next 10, 12 minutes now. So we have something called Security Copilot. And for you, of course, you can relate it as a product as well, but what I will try to do is explain you the concept so that you know how it works and how you can use it to your advantage as well, right? So the AI service that we are building, it's called Security Copilot. Of course, if you want to read about it, you can go and read about it in detail in our documentation. But this Security Copilot or any AI service, it's not a tool. So for example, if you're using 40 tools in your company, this will not be the 41st tool. The idea of AI capabilities is that within those 40 tools, can I put AI capabilities in it? So that it is an empowerment to all the three pillars: people, process, technology. And we also know that, for example, technology cannot individually solve any problem. People are as much important as technology and similarly processes. And that's why it should be an empowerment to your team to ensure that people, process, and technologies, all three can leverage AI. And of course, you can detect faster, protect faster, maybe predict faster as well. So that's the concept of any AI application, and in our case, Security Copilot. So I will keep giving Security Copilot examples because in my day-to-day work, I am building that, or my team and we all are building that. So it will be more practical, and I will have more examples that I can share that you can relate to. Right. So what Copilot is, I think I've already explained you, but maybe also to give details. So you know about OpenAI, and you must have heard about the partnership of OpenAI and Microsoft. So what we have taken is we have taken the most advanced models of ChatGPT, trained it on cybersecurity, and similarly we have other co-pilots as well. So the most latest model, transformative models from OpenAI we have taken, trained it on cybersecurity, and have ensured that is available within Microsoft tools and within other tools as well. So that's the whole concept. You can think of like, for example, when we hire a person, so we see, okay, this person, he or she is a CISSP. They have done maybe MTech in cybersecurity. They have done PhD in cybersecurity. They have done whatever 10, 15 certifications. So we judge about, or we evaluate based on their experience and the knowledge and the different credentials they have gained over the time. Similarly, Copilot or any AI model, it's the training and the training, the fine tuning of the model that you have done. And in this case, for example, we have done it on security. So that means when you ask the model, what is the vulnerability, what is CVE, for example, what is APT 142, what is this CVE, what is the difference between event alert, what is the difference between alert and incident, it understands and then it gives you the answer. So it's like having a whatever MTech or a BTech or a PhD of cybersecurity, but in a form of a model, and that can work along with you. One interesting thing that I want to share is we have given the name of co-pilot because we always believe that the pilot is the human. So human should decide when to pull the trigger and when not to. So there can be a lot of things. For example, when you receive a phishing email, the mail is evaluated. You evaluate the links, attachments, and domain, lot of things, right? And then maybe you also ensure if somebody has clicked, you scan and you see whether anybody else in your company has clicked or not, how many users are effective, and then you take a call what to do next. So whatever these 8, 9 steps that I've defined or I've mentioned, generally we call it a playbook when we define it in our security operations center. Last step of deciding what to do and what is the next after you collect all the information, taking the call, what is the next step. So these 2, 3 important steps, which are the action taking, key decision making, we leave it to human, and rest everything. The idea is you let Copilot do it. One another thing that Copilot will help you is it will, what we are building is basically we call it as guided experience. What do I mean by guided experience? Imagine I built a security team, and I have 10 L1 analysts. I have hired 10 freshers from the college, trained them for 6 months, and I have put them in my SOC. I have a layer of L2, which is maybe 2, 3 years experience, and then I have the remaining L3 threat hunters and all those, which might be 5, 10 years experienced people. Now, guided response means when I open a tool or a L1 analyst in my company or in my team opens the tool and they open an incident, for example, if it's a ransomware incident or if it's a malware on the endpoint incident, when they open the incident page, there will be a pane on the right hand side in case of Copilot that tells you what to do. For example, it will give all the details to you. Okay, this is the endpoint, this is the IP, URL, hash values, this is the user who is affected, and now you decide what to do. Secondly, it will also say before you start your investigation, why don't you isolate this endpoint first? You click OK, isolate, it will isolate for you. So this is called a guided response. Now imagine for example, if I am a SOC manager, now I might be seeing on my team stat that my team is working on it. Now then there is a proactive approach, right? That we call it standalone, where I can go and type and say, for example, just summarize what my team is doing. It will give me a summary, and then I will say, if because I'm more experienced, but maybe I've forgotten how to do hands-on because of maybe 10 years, 5 years being a manager, I've forgotten how to code. So I can tell Copilot, why don't you write a hunting query for me and run this and then tell me results also, so that I want to do a check myself as well. So all these possibilities can be done. These are just small examples I'm giving. I will give you more example as well so that you can imagine what all it can do. Now, what's the 5 important things that any AI tool or Copilot is trying to solve? So these are the 5 things that we are trying to solve. First thing is time. Time means if I'm a SIM analyst and I work 8 hours a day, and imagine I can evaluate 40 or I can look at 40 alerts in a day, which is very good. Ideally, it does not happen, but still imagine uh, there's a mix of high, critical, low. So I'm able to work on 40 alerts in a day. 8 hours, 40, that means 5 alerts in an hour. I'm investigating, closing, and doing everything, right? With AI, can that number 40 go to 80? That's what our target is. Second, volume. Time and volume works together. If I reduce the time spent on activity, my volume increases. 40 becomes 80, right? Complexity, like for example, there's a PowerShell script that is there, or there is 5,000 line of code, and I don't know what this code means, or maybe I've forgotten what Java or .NET used to look like. I can ask Copilot to say, please go through this code, summarize what this all means, or can you run a scan and tell me there are any source code issues or anything. So I can delegate all that task to AI Copilot, and they can do all that thing, come back with the result, and I can decide what to do. The fourth thing is skill. Now, the example I was giving, imagine I am a SIM analyst, but I don't know how to operate on identity or maybe how to operate on endpoints or threat intel. So I can use Copilot because it can do a lot of things for me, or any AI tool. I can expand my skill capability as well. And last but not the least, advisory. Advisory is the example that I was giving you, which we call guided experience, that it can tell you what to do next as well, if at all you need that guidance. Of course, otherwise, as we always say, human has the final switch. So you pull the trigger or you decide when not to pull the trigger. So these are some of the examples. You can summarize incidents, you can make it a PPT like sir was saying, you can ask generic question, what is the log4 shell, you can write a hunting query and all those things. So these are just examples that can be done. How LLM works, this is just to show you a flowchart of how that LLM works. So when you submit a prompt, it is broken down into different tasks. It will broke down the action. It will run that action, build the context, and then it will come back, orchestrate, that we say it will orchestrate a response, draft it in plain English, and send it to you. Now, with the use of AI, the good thing is English is becoming the most coded or the most used coded language. Now, for example, if you have worked on Sentinel, which is our SIM and SOAR, Microsoft uses KQL. For example, if you use IBM, it uses AQL, then Splunk has different language. Otherwise, a lot of tools, they have different languages. Everybody cannot learn all the language, but you can write and summarize your question. For example, if you want to hunt across uh, 3 different companies on the data lake, you can summarize that in plain English. The tool can break it down and write the hunting query for you on whichever tool you want. And then you don't have to summarize all the syntaxes and query for that particular tool. So that's the ease and advantage of using AI. Now, this what I have done is because this is a AI model. So the best thing is, imagine you are hiring a person. So that's why I've defined like a like a CV or a summary of a CV. Like we are hiring someone, we just summarize. The team just summarizes the CV and send it to us. So it's like looking at a CV and seeing that, okay, this tool or this model can work on different languages, different tools. It can understand what I'm doing. It can write hunting query for me. It can bring in threat intelligence. It can advise me as well. It can train me as well. It has a eidetic memory. It remembers everything because it works on data. If you are storing 1 year of data or 2 years of data, it basically that becomes the memory of it. It works at machine speed because, as Sir was also mentioning, there's huge processing power that goes behind AI. So that's the best part, that you get all of these things with an added advantage, because I don't know the experience of the audience, but if you have been a team manager, or if you have been leading a SOC team, or if you have been leading a security team, the best thing of having an AI model is they will not have to go early on Friday. They will not have a hangover. They will not need coffee breaks. So even if your team is relaxing, even if, for example, 2 o'clock in the night, you don't have 3 shifts, you only work in 2 shifts, your security SOC team works in 2 shifts, at least you have some models running that can evaluate and that can at least do some initial response, right? At least some blocking. So that's the best part. And with work from home, I also joke with my team that, because when I'm working with my team, every time between the call, they will say, sorry, there's a Amazon courier. So the best thing is AI will also not have bell ringing or somebody coming in their room or things to take care. So that's the best part of AI. It helps human to take advantage and save time. And humans can, of course, focus on the more productive task. This is just the example. What I was saying is, of course, the idea is to do more, and I will show you some results as well. So maybe that can help you. These are some examples. So for example, if I say, uh, can you hunt across all the companies and show, for example, this user, what are the alerts associated with this user? So I don't have to write all this syntax. Copilot does it for me. And maybe it takes 1 second, 2 seconds, and all this query is ready and it gives me the output. So it saves a lot of time. I will say, for example, why don't you reverse engineer this code and this script, whatever it happened, and show it to me pictorially? So it does all of that, show it to me pictorially so that I can just review. Maybe I just have 2 minutes before I go into meeting with my CRO or a CISO and to report to it, right? So it can do that. Third thing, imagine you now have the best maturity level. Still, there is always scope of improvement, right? So if you have nothing much to do and your SOC is running on an autopilot, your security programs, audit, everything is audit. What do you say? Feedback free, which generally no one exists, but still you can ask questions like, how do I further improve my posture? How do I improve my secure score? What are different areas of improvement that you think I should take? So for example, I will give you a real life example. Once I was asking or trying this question as well. So Copilot suggested to me saying that this particular data source, you had 40% of the incident coming from this particular data sources. While you have a detection rule, you don't have a playbook. So that made me thinking, and I said, okay, whatever I did in the last incident, why don't you make a flow chart and give it to me as a playbook? So he did that. So that is only the first step, but I sent that PPT to my team and said, why don't you edit it and make it a general playbook that everybody can follow? So sometimes you get ideas that you can use and then implement as well. So this is what I wanted to show on this slide, that you can ask and you can summarize a lot of things. And in a concept wise, if I will tell you from an engineering mindset, see, when we, for example, when COVID came, right? When we had COVID for the first time, we were really scared. But when we had COVID in wave 1 and wave 2, if you had COVID once during the 2 waves, third time we were a bit casual, right? before time, our body had built immunity, or either we have taken vaccination. Similarly, for generic uh, virals, a lot of things. The concept is when something new happens to your body, body reacts, but then human body has a tendency to build immunity. Similarly, if your security program is, if there's an incident that has happened, can a model build some steps, build like in technical terms, build a playbook, build a rule, build a hunting query so that if this happens again, I don't have to sit for 3 hours and do everything again. It can do maybe at least the first 5 steps for me, and I just take the remaining half an hour or spend 15 minutes and solve it. So that's the thing. If anything repeats, can I automate it? Can I solve that problem to me so that I don't have to build? So this is like, I just wanted to explain the concept. That's why I was giving the example of immunity, but that's where the idea comes from. Now, in terms of some results and maybe 2 minutes more to have a time check. So Copilot for security, for example, the customers that are using Copilot for security, and we are working very closely to ensure they are able to test out all the use cases. These are some results that we have seen from the first 6 months itself. For example, the security team is 22% faster on average across all tasks. See, when you see 22% faster on a screen, it looks like marketing. Trust me. But let me give you some examples so that you can feel it from heart. 22% faster means that you are working 4 days a week. Whatever you're doing in 5 days, you can do in 4 days, and 1 day is free. So that's the amount of saving that Copilot can do. And this I'm just generalizing. Why I'm generalizing? For example, evaluation of incidents, the percentage is much higher, 40, 50%. So if I generalize everything also from creating report to handling the most critical incident to threat intel to writing queries and everything, even if you are saving 22% of your time, that means that's huge, right? If I round it off to 1/4 almost, that also means that if I have a team of 20, I can do the same work with team of 15, 16. That's again huge, right? So all these are small saving, and AI is just 1 year old if you practically think. So there's a lot more that we can do, of course, but I just want to leave you with one thought. Okay, and because this is a very detailed topic, I don't want to go into this topic right now. Maybe in the future we will have more sessions and we can cover that topic. But till now, whatever we have been talking in this session, in the last session, and other sessions as well, we are talking about using AI for security, right? Now, the more AI you use, you have to ensure that there is security for AI also, right? When we started using cloud, we have to also ensure cloud security is there, right? So now the concept is, or now you also need to think, how can you secure AI? For example, the AI that I'm using in my company, what data it can use, what data it cannot use, where it can go, where it cannot go. Can I govern its uses? Can I govern if it carries any risk or not? So security for AI is very important. And for example, at Microsoft, we are building these two tracks together. Unfortunately, in the last 1 year, if you go and read and talk and discuss, everybody discusses AI for security, but maybe in the last 30 seconds, I wanted to every one of you to take back that security, AI for security is very important, but we also have to think about security for AI. And that's where I think we are doing great work, but it's a totally different topic. It's a totally different universe of topic because we have to ensure that there is no risk in AI. For example, if I have a team of 50 people, and the junior most person in the team you has access to AI models that I have, and you must have heard this story, and they say, okay, what is the salary of my CEO? AI should not give that answer to him, right? So AI should know what people have access to, and AI should restrict the usage of AI should be restricted to what RBAC or what capabilities, what roles and responsibility I own. The same should be replicated to AI. It should not be a one gun. Like for example, if in terms of gun, if I give a gun to someone, the junior most person should not have the power to pull the trigger or to fire, right? So the roles and responsibility, the usage of AI is equally important, but it's a very, very deep topic. So, but I wanted to leave this final thoughts with you. Do read about this, but we will ensure we do a follow-up session for security for AI as well. And on that note, thank you very much. I'm happy to connect offline if you want. And yeah, back to you, team.
Yes.
Thank you, Aman, so much. And it's a great pleasure to have you on board with Center for Cybersecurity Studies and Research. Definitely, we will be taking a lot of help from you in future also. And definitely, it's a great insightful session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you so much, Aman sir. Okay, so now it is my pleasure to introduce our next esteemed speaker, Dr. Rakesh Singh. He has earned his PhD in cybersecurity from Rashtriya Raksha University in Gandhinagar, specializing in malware analysis in 2009. Prior to his doctoral studies, he completed his MTech in Computer Network Engineering from Graphic Era Deemed University, Uttarakhand, and MCA from HNBGU Central University, Uttarakhand. With over a decade of experience in academia, Dr. Kanwar has also held various roles, including assistant professor positions in Bhutan for 3 years. He also serves as a senior scientific officer at NCIFS, New Delhi, under MHA. He has been with Rashtriya Raksha University for past 3 years, contributing to his expertise in cybersecurity. Please join me extending a warm welcome to Mr. Rakesh Singh as he shares his expertise with us.
Okay, thank you, Ria. I hope I am audible.
Yes, yeah.
And is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. So I know it's a hard time during the lunch time to giving a session, but definitely I will not take much time and directly come to the point. Little bit we will discuss about the attacks which are there using AI. Before it, we will jump. There are different AI, how AI rises, how cybersecurity rises, how AI can be protect the cybersecurity. Then what is the power of AI in cybersecurity defense? And the last, which is my favorite one. And in between, if you get something new, because I put lots of details and a few terms, if you are interested, you can note it down. So this is simple, the rise of artificial intelligence. I hope everyone till now aware about AI, but I am just putting a snap, which is from 1950, the first Turing test from AI, from where AI was startup. Then till 1966, the AI grew very fast, and then there was a halt. So there was a halt due to some reasons, fake results, false alarms, and all these things. Then if we come up till 2017, I intentionally put this thing till 2017, and I will finish this slide in my second last one. So if we go, the first of all in 1950, Turing test was there just to check whether a machine is intelligent or not. Then after it, AI was born in 1955. Then there was lots of new things comes up. They bring new projects every time. AI develop very fast. And if we see, I think you are aware about Siri, Watson, Alexa, all these terms. But before it, there was in 1997, Deep Blue was there, Kismet was there, which was very famous one. Now, if we come up where AI can be used in our industry. So right now in the world, we are already using the AI in healthcare just to diagnose the things. Through AI, you can find out the simulation time, which is almost 10 to 20 years. AI can solve it within a day. So these things are there. So AI has a powerful system one. Then finance, they are using the fraud detection algorithms. Then for manufacturing, there are lots of robots are there already there. Amazon have a complete warehouse where not even a single person is working. All are robots. So AI is already there. Then retail, we can see the retail thing. whatever we buy, whatever we like, whatever we see is all noted down by the AI. And these are the offered by us through the systems. Then transportation one, we all are already aware about the driving cars. So Google cars are there. So they are also the part of AI. Then education, now lots of free websites, AI tool websites, which is already shown by the previous speaker. So they are already available there. Now the evolving landscape of cybersecurity, how cybersecurity is grown up. We know something, but I am putting one very simple slide according to the point of attacker. So this presentation, kindly take this presentation with a view of attacking methodology, how the AI is used by the attacker. So we will come up with lot of terms. So if we come up to the Stuxnet, then SCADA system, smart meter, all these things evolve with time. We heard about few things, sniper rifle, power quality analyzer. So if these things are new for you, you can escape, but they are randomly chosen by the things. Now, what is the prediction? We all know AI is going to use in lots of things. We are also using AI, but what is the prediction? So by 2024, 40% of the cyber attacks will be linked to session hijacking. And these codes can be downloaded or created with the help of AI. Then 30% of organization will experience increased data breach due to credential theft. Still, AI is there. We will see some platform also in which criminals are using the AI platform to develop their arsenals. And we will see some website links also, web pages also. 55% of enterprises will expedite tech consolidate to simplify security. Yes, it is required to fight with AI. We need a AI. So 80% of organization will fail to protect AI-driven security mechanism. So which will directly increase the cyber risk and cyber attacks. Then Fortune 2000 companies, CISO, definitely they need disclosure practices, which is almost 60%. Same like 45% and 60%. So link is also available there. You can go through it. Now, what we are using means the whole world, the whole industry, how we are using AI to save our finance and banking. We already know multi-factor authentication is there. Two-factor authentication is already broken up. And so multi-factor authentication is there. Then healthcare. Keeping a healthcare record, it is required. We already took an example of AIMS, which a previous speaker already discussed. So encryption, regular security audits, these things are required. Then in critical infrastructure, CII, we already have an organization, NCIPC, which is handling critical information systems. So vulnerability disclosure, malware disclosure, anything which is crucial should be there. Then e-commerce and retail PCI DSS is there, secure payment cardway. So these methods are implemented to secure the e-commerce and retail. Same in social media. We end-to-end encryption is there, and encryption of data is already there. So generally we call it user data encryption. Now in industry automation and manufacturing, segmentation, network segmentation is there, means who is allowed to access what type of data. So levels are there. Then vulnerability assessment for ICS. Then power of, if we come into a bullet point, so what is the power? We simply have one problem and we have one solution. AI is the problem and AI is the solution, which the previous speaker also said in the last slide. So cybersecurity attacks are growing in sophistication level. And if we check it out, the graph, cyber attacks using different types of malwares, they are increasing very fast. Lots of tools are freely available. And if we see before the WannaCry attack, the knowledge of creating malware and spreading ransomware was very limited. But as soon as the code was available, the script kiddies, they get the code, they develop it, they manipulate it, and they created lots of new nuances. Now the solution is also our AI, so which is also a powerful new approach to cybersecurity. And there are lots of systems like Microsoft Copilot, which is working very good actually, because I compare it with the other GPTs. So we will come into this part also. Now this is my favorite one. So whenever AI attack happens, there is something new tools, new vulnerabilities, new payload, new exploits, new techniques, definitely behind all these things. Then there are something, if you see the AI is giving lots of codes. Everyone heard about November 2022, the chat GPT was come up on the surface. And generally guys make the lyrics, songs, and there is something, the criminal, they make the codes. So malware codes are also provided by the chat GPT in the start part, then due to ethical reason, they stop it. So AI can be used by both for the defender also and for the cybersecurity guy also. Then social engineering, as you already heard from the previous speaker, that the attackers, they are using the AI for highly personalized phishing campaigns. So advanced malware attack is also there. We will see the website directly. Then exploitation automation with AI. There are few systems which are very famous. C2 servers are there. So till now, good thing is these C2 servers and platforms, or you can say the frameworks, they are not using the AI. But the worst thing is, as soon as these criminals, they learn how to use AI with the C2 frameworks, it will be tough for the protectors. Then deepfakes. So AI have the ability to manipulate the visual and audio content. We already get this thing. And cyber criminals, there is a very famous fraud with the deepfakes, which discussed with the previous speaker. And they show one guy that meet with the CFO, and all the participant was just a deepfake images. Then beside it, the data poisoning is also there, which is very sophisticated attack. So if some criminals, they are attacking on the data models of the AI, then this is there. And till now, as far as I know, if you search it out the Google, there are only two types of attacks happen till now, which attack on the data models. So beside it, data poisoning is very difficult and time consuming to detect. Okay, and the time it more take to detect, till then the almost all damage is already done. So what do you think? Is everything good? If I took these news article from 2018 and from other things, BCG good publications also, companies are in the cybersecurity arm race. So almost each and every country and their companies, they are developing their arsenals using AI. So from good point of view, yes, good companies, they are making and putting some, developing some solution, but criminals are also using the AI. Then AI systems can be sophisticated and that can go undetected for a long time. So AI is the threat to a cybersecurity, and it is also a solution which we already taught. Then there are few things. It is from the Forbes, different research organizations, some websites, and generative AI, the latest weapon in cyber criminals arsenal. We will go with the website link also. Then nation state actors are using AI services and LLMs for cybersecurity. Previous speaker discussed about the Microsoft LLMs. This is the same one. Then APT, advanced persistent threat, means those type of guys who are targeting some organization or some country specifically for some purpose, or backed by some government, or you can say the private agencies. Then AI plus supply chain. So all these are the intricate, or you can say the next challenge. Then criminal use of AI growing. This is the latest one. This is day before yesterday news. So they are criminal using the AI, but lags behind the defender. But let's see what happened in the real dark web. You know, who is winning. So malicious intent, Microsoft and OpenAI identify APT groups weaponize general AI LLM. So this is the same one. When the chat GPT comes up, after it, lots of criminals, or you can say lots of guys who are in the this type of work, they develop some codes with the help of AI. They give an instruction to AI, AI provided them the codes. So this is the same information. Now, these are the things, hype versus reality. What is going on in real cyber criminal underground? If these things are new for you, Valve GPT, XXX GPT, Worm GPT, Evil GPT, Dark Bard, Dark Bat, Dark GPT, Fraud GPT. So they all are come after the Chat GPT one. Some are previously there, but not so famous one. So if these are the new for you, you can note it down and search it separately. I will show you one of them. Now this is the same slide which I said I will show you. Okay, so this is the attack kit development and AI production. So you can see from one point of view, AI production was going on. AI was developed by the researchers. On the other side, attack kit development was provided, and the attackers are also developing their codes. So you can see the first attacker toolkit is released as freeware in 1992. Then after it, if you see in the other part on the AI production part, Torch open source machine learning library is released. Then if we go to the attack kit development part in 2006, so the exploit kit was available. And so they were selling the exploit kits like commercial software in the black market. Then new exploit kit is released, adding obfuscation and anti decoding. So obfuscation means the malware creator is hiding their code with the help of some technique or something, means they are changing. So it is hard for malware analysts to crack it down to avoid the detection. So polymorphism to evade antivirus. So there are different types of viruses are there, and oligomorphic, polymorphic, metamorphic. So these are the generation. So they develop lots of kits in which you even a script kiddie can develop and can get a code, okay, and executable one, just clicking the checkbox. Then after it, exploit kits. So with the time, if you see from 1992 to 2002, 4, 6, 8, so 2018. So 2018 was the last one. Then after it, lots of weaponized AI attacks was available. Still they are there. Still the good companies like Microsoft, they are fighting with this, means AI is fighting with the AI and they are going for it. So this is a chessboard actually. All things in the AI in cybersecurity, they are double-edged swords. So either you can use it as a shield or either you can use it as a weapon. So before finishing it, let me show you few things. So if it is new, Worm GPT. So as I show you 5-6 names, Worm GPT is one of them, which is also again a generative AI tools which is used by the criminals to launch business email compromise attacks. So which I showed in the future 2025, the number of phishing attacks will increase. So these type of things are used by the criminals. So as a AI, as a good person, as an ethical person, it is also required to know about the what is going on in a criminal world or the underground world. So if required, I can share these links in the chat box. So another one is hype versus reality, which is the same. If you see, dark AI is available in the hack forum. So if any user want to learn about it, how it works, how the things comes up, Worm GPT is here. What is Worm GPT is different one. Worm GPT coding scripts is available, but not the complete one. Yeah, then rise of AI worms in cybersecurity. So these are the latest one. If you see Worm GPT is old news, then according to date wise, I just put it here. Now CyberArk, there is a good company. They predicted it and which I shown it in the presentation. Then this is the latest one, May 9, 2024. So there were some conferences. Beside it, you can check it, Escape GPT, Black Hat GPT, Loop GPT. So these are the new thing which is recently comes up. Beside it, lot of other parts was there, which I showed in the PPT. possibilities are here. So if you are interested, as I don't know about the participants who are on the other side, but I hope they all are student, maximum are student. You can check it out. But learn things for a good things, not for the damaging someone. Okay. Thank you very much. If anyone have any question, you can ask.
Yeah, thank you, Rakesh sir. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing your esteemed knowledge. And it's a
Thank you, sir.
great pleasure for Center for Cybersecurity Studies and Research that you are here and sharing the wonderful things with all of us. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
My pleasure, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Rakesh sir. Now I'm delighted to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Vighnesh Taunk, who is an IT engineer by qualification and an entrepreneur by profession. Mr. Taunk has had a career stint with American fintech firm in Bengaluru, startups in Gurgaon, and now an experience of more than 5 years. He is running a tech media house by the name of IT Voice to create awareness and ensure everyone is up to date on the latest technology. He is here to shed light on the pressing issue of deepfake detection technologies. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Vighnesh Taunk as he shares his expertise with us. So please
Uh,
take the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, yeah.
So I'll just share the slides that I've prepared for you. The screen's visible, right? Hello?
No, sir, right now it's not. Okay, yeah, now it's visible.
So today I'm here to talk about the deepfake detection technologies. Like every one of us had heard of the word deepfakes. So in the internet era, first there were used to be fake articles. Then with advancements in Adobe Photoshop and image technology, there were fake images. And now with the advancements in AI, there are fake videos which are known as deepfakes. These are morphed videos that are created using AI. Every one of us heard of it. Now these deepfakes are a threat to the cybersecurity world. People are using these videos to get ransoms. Maybe like in the presentation, sir was mentioning one of them scammed the CFO of a company to get money transferred. So deepfakes are now a trending thing in the AI world, and we must know how to tackle it. Now, in order to tackle it, we must know how first it is generated. So in this quick presentation, I'll take you guys through how it's generated, some examples of it, and by the end of the presentation, I'll give you 5 tools that you can use to identify deepfakes. So the deepfake technology is basically AI generated media. You all would have heard of songs out of Modi ji's voice or Salman Khan's voice. So those are morphed AI generated content basically. So that is used to depict false events and statements. Now deepfake by the word of it sounds like that's something wrong of it. In this presentation, I also have one good use case of deepfake that is being used in the world as of now. So along with that, mostly as of now, people have heard of deepfake, maybe Rashmika Mandana's deepfake, Nitin Kamat's CEO of Zerodha's deepfake, and many other deepfakes going around. Amit Shah's deepfake was used in a political rally in Hyderabad as of now. So that's an ongoing case as of now itself. But deepfake technology is basically AI generated videos. Now it's up to us whether we can use it in a right manner or in wrong manner. These are some of the examples that I just gathered. Like the guy on the left is definitely not Tom Cruise, but using AI morphing, he has made his face looking like Tom Cruise. So what it does is deepfakes, they use multiple images and videos of the person that you're trying to recreate. And then that images and videos are used, overlaid over using machine learning and AI technologies. And then the final output, that is the deepfake video is created. This is a Nitin Kamath video that he himself released from his social media handle saying that this is not me, this is my deep fake. You can check it out on the internet. That was a very trending and viral video to make people aware about deep fakes. So based on our research, about 35% of the global population have heard about deepfake or actually know what actually is deepfake. As a media house, our intention is to make people aware about the ongoing advancements and how they can stay safe. As I said, with the advancements in internet and technology, they were used to fake articles on the website around 2005, 2010. Then in the 2010s, we had fake images going around. And now in the 2020s, we have fake videos going around. So the type of deepfakes are shallow fakes, AI generated deepfakes, voice cloning. These voice cloning are definitely used in reels in today's world, and the face swap deepfakes. Like people can mock my face, and maybe this is not even me speaking, but I am. But those videos, recorded videos, can spread around saying that this person has said this thing. So one must be aware how one can identify deepfakes before actually verifying the source and then sharing the video across. So these are the generation methods of deepfake. There are deep learning techniques, voice generation models, overlay and morphing methods, GAN. GAN are generative adversarial networks. Like CNNs, GNNs are used to generate deepfakes, autoencoders, and face generation models. So these are the 6 ways through which one can generate deepfakes. So deepfake itself are, I would say, AI generated videos, like deepfake being deep learning and fake videos. So that's the combination of it. But yeah, now the applications of deepfake and where are these deepfake used? So entertainment industry is one of them. We have AI news anchors in our media house as well, and AI anchors by Asht and everywhere. People are using AI generated bots to using text to speech technologies and using in entertainment and industry as well as news and media landscape. But along with that, as mentioned, it comes cybersecurity threats and the political scenarios. One can use these AI generated videos. We are still at the tip of the AI advancements. Going forward, these deepfakes and these AI generated videos are going to be 10x better. So we must prepare ourselves and using deepfake technologies, how one can identify that whether this video is actually real or not. Because otherwise, it definitely is a very big cybersecurity threat. And in politics, and be it politics or business world, these deepfakes have very adverse impacts, I would say. So these are the 3 techniques that one can use and one can study about to detect deepfakes. One is forensic analysis. Now, as I said, as one of all of us are aware, these are morphed videos. These are AI generated videos. So maybe going frame by frame and pixelating the video, one can see whether this face is morphed on another face. So that is forensic analysis. We have deep tools that each of these big companies definitely have. So through forensic analysis, one can know that whether this video is deepfake or not. Second way is behavioral analysis. Now these deepfakes, these are not actual human speaking. These are AI generated videos. So through we have behavioral technology like one's eye blinking, the way my face is moving, the facial expressions. So these are all the part of behavioral analysis. So behavioral analysis is another way of identifying deepfakes. And the third way is blockchain. Like through blockchain, one can tag his or her own video. And through blockchain gives you the ability to identify whether this video is actually original or not. Blockchain has several use cases, and identifying an original video is one of them. As I said earlier, one good use of deepfake I'll share with you. So Ukraine has recently launched world's first AI diplomat. Now, this is an AI generated bot, and it is based off their singer named Rosalie Nombre. If you can see, Rosalie Nombre is a very famous Ukrainian singer and actress. And using her face, Ukraine government has developed an AI diplomat who comes on video and provides updates on the UK government consulate affairs and their updates. So using voice modulation and generative AI only, and the actress multiple videos available in their portfolio. They have created a similar face like Rosalie Nombre and Victoria She. You would look at them as those two guys are twins, but those are two different people. So UK is using deepfake videos. They have taken permission per se from Rosalie Nombre to use her face and create these videos. And now this is technically a deepfake video itself, but they release this video with a unique QR timestamp. If you can see in the left right bottom, so Victoria, she is now officially Ukraine Ministry's Foreign Affairs AI diplomat. She comes out, she gives these updates on consular affairs. You can find this video on YouTube and everywhere. But how they're keeping it authentic, like anyone can use a face. But at the end of each video, there's a unique QR timestamp that is one can verify that okay, this video is certifiable and generated by Ukraine government itself. So these QR stamp, this is not one stamp that one can just copy. This is a unique QR timestamp where in different timestamps during the video, certain video, the timestamp changes, the QR changes. So it's not that one QR, one similar QR that is stuck on the video. Multiple QRs are based on timestamp are processed on that video. So this is one deepfake technology that is now being used for a good cause per se. Now let's talk about the challenges and regulations. As I said that this technology is here to stay. Deepfakes, AI generated videos, this technology is here to stay. So obviously it's not that we cannot ban it or we cannot use it. We must have to regulate it. So how can one regulate the technology is that now earlier we used to, as I said, because I want to show it as a trend only that we had fake news articles, we got through that. We had fake images, we got through that. Now we have fake videos, we'll definitely get through that. But each one of us, like people associated with Center for Cybersecurity Studies and Research, we must create awareness amongst our peers and in the society that this technology also can be controlled and people must not fear it. We can regulate it and through necessary sources and verification techniques, all these videos, the fake videos, can be filtered very easily. So the deepfake technology, the video authenticity, anti-phishing, these are the use cases and how one can stay aware of it. So verifying sources, media manipulation, policy and compliance, and incident response. Even if you encounter a deepfake video, the incident response, to say that we will not encounter technology, that's very not true. We will encounter these deepfake videos in our daily lives and more so going forward. So one, what to do when one does encounters a deepfake video? You must not spread it, that's for sure. You must inform the source or the one that is harmed with the video so that they can take action towards the video and they can put out the video saying that this is not from our source and this is not from a verified source. So incident response teams, there are agencies that you can get in touch with to tackle deepfakes. Now, as I said, I'll tell you 5 deepfake detection technologies and tools that one can use. So those are mentioned on the right top of it. So I personally have used Sentinel. Sentinel is a very good tool to identify deepfakes. You can upload a video and see whether it's a deepfake video or not. So Hyperverge being one of them, Sentinel, Sensity, Resemble, DuckDuckGoose. I'll maybe put out the link for the slide in the video so you can test out these 5 tools to identify deepfakes yourself. So Sentinel, I personally have tried, so I can recommend that. But yeah, these tools are already in place as of now to identify deepfakes. Some of them come with a pricing, so companies can definitely afford them, and some of them are open source as well. So with the advancements in AI, as of now, we have certain limitations on our deepfake identification tools as well. But as the AI advancements and rapid advancements are coming through, these deepfake detection tools also will advance with them. So it's not that the only the deepfake quality will get better, but the identification tools quality would also certainly get better. So it's not about that we must not undermine our digital trust agency and organization. The field itself is propelling toward advancements day by day. So if I would say the pro and cons of it, yin and yang. So if one thing is on the rise, on the bad side of it, the good side will also rise with the advancement. So we can prepare ourselves and we can educate ourselves. Maybe one of you can prepare a defect detection tool as well going forward, learning from it so that it is not as much as a cybersecurity as it is now. So that's the conclusion. I tried to keep it short, coming out that we had lunch skipping over and all that, but I think we covered extensively on the topic. Deepfakes are here to stay, and it's the part of a trending technology. It would go on, maybe who knows what comes next, but with text, image, and video is the third part of it. We have fake videos, and we'll encounter those fake videos every now and then, but we must know how to verify the source, how to identify deepfakes, and those 5 tools would happily help you before spreading those videos, whether it is a deepfake video or not. So those tools can be used. You can even use forensic and behavioral analysis tools to identify whether you can, if you even if you look at the certain videos very closely, you will know that okay, this is a deepfake video. I know that this is not Modi ji dancing or this is not Amit Shah speaking out of it. These are morph videos. You can around the face, you can see that there will be pixels or blurred lines. So as of now, that technology is not that advanced too. Only people with extensive AI models can generate such good deepfake videos. So one must be aware before advancing. People awareness and awareness on oneself is very important, I would say. Yeah, so that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. You can find me on LinkedIn. I go by the name of Vighnesh Taunk at the rate IT Voice. So we can talk extensively more offline. And thank you guys. Thank you for your valuable time. And thank you, Center for Cybersecurity and Study Research, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope it was really you giving this presentation, not a deepfake. Okay, guys, so join me in extending our sincere gratitude to Mr. Vighnesh Taunk for his insightful session. Without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce our next esteemed speaker, Mr. Vishnu Dutt. the founder of Cyber Intelligence Global. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Vishnu Dutt as he leads us through his expert session on cyber intelligence.
Yeah, welcome Vishnuji, and we welcome you to the session. Vishnuji is the founder of Cyber Intelligence Global, and we invite them for the great session today. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Vighnesh for your great presentation. Definitely, your knowledge that you have in this field of cybersecurity, and particularly the things you have shared on the deepfake, will definitely help us all. Thank you so much. So, Vishnuji, I would like to request you can please start with your session. People are waiting for your session too much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I can, I think everybody can hear me properly.
Yeah, it's perfect. Great.
Okay, just a moment. Let me save my presentation. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. So thank you for giving the opportunity to present your students and your participants. And I'm a bit, you can hear me louder and clear.
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's move because this entire event is based on the AI, artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and other things